Coming up today on TechLink Daily, we get more information about the Apple iWatch. Would you carry around a 42-pound backpack filled with 15 cameras? And learn about the 2 computer viruses that are helping themselves spread. All of those stories and more coming up right now. What's up, guys? This is TechLink Daily. My name is Creighton Meller, and this is the #1 place to get all your hottest tech news, and it is hot today. Literally, it's about 90 degrees outside and inside. Well, it's actually a little bit hotter outside, probably about 95 degrees. Inside, it's about 90 degrees because unfortunately, I don't have air conditioning. I have a fan that's blowing on me, so hopefully you don't hear any of that fan noise, and I apologize if you do, but if it was off, I would just be sweating profusely. It would just be a rainfall around this area. So let's get into today's top stories. If you are looking into buying a Microsoft Surface, there is another buying option for you. Instead of getting it direct from the seller, we have this from ZDNet. Microsoft starts selling its Surfaces through resellers. Resellers make up a lot of the market of sales. It seems like we have our first one for the Surface, that is CDW. They're right now going to be offering the 128 and I believe 256 versions of the Surface. They're right now having a sale on the 128 gigabyte version of the Surface for $1,199. So if you want to get a Microsoft Surface, well, check out the resellers that will start to be coming very soon. Now here's a story from our own blog, LogicLounge.com. Microsoft to shut down its Technet subscription service. If you have been a subscriber to Technet, you know how much fun it is. You have access to the whole range of Microsoft software, from their server editions to their desktop editions, all the way back to XP and all of their current versions. When you have this broad subscription service, you can download whatever you want, get keys for it. It's kind of a really neat service, but it is going the way of the wind because Microsoft wants to focus on their MSDN, their Microsoft Developer Network. And Technet was kind of an offshoot of that. And they figured, well, let's just move those people off to MSDN or whatever have you. Now, there is still DreamSpark and there is still MSDN. DreamSpark is more for education purposes, so if you go to a college or a high school that has signed up for DreamSpark, you will be able to download software through there. It's kind of like Technet, just a tad. But you know, if you have a Technet subscription, you might want to think about switching over to MSDN. Now, you might think of me wearing Google Glass kind of weird today because I really haven't been wearing them in many videos, but I am wearing them in this video because Glass got an update. For all of you Glass explorers, or if you happen to have Google Glass out there, XE7 is now available, and this article from the Next Web elaborates on a lot of the changes. Google Glass update brings more voice commands, messages to any Gmail contacts, and web browsing. The single best feature of this update has to be the web browsing. You can now link through to web pages, read them like you're viewing an Android screen. It's kind of cool, kind of neat. I've been testing it out with the LogicLounge.com blog, a bit of other websites. Right now, it looks like you can't really navigate to certain web pages, but if you do a Google search for the web address, it will bring that up and you can browse the page through there. What's very neat is that it brings in more touch commands using 2-finger now swipe to swipe through web pages, to zoom in, to click on links. Yes, you can follow links through it. Again, Glass just keeps getting better and better day by day, update by update. I can't wait for the next update, but this one is already here. So if you have Google Glass, let us know. What do you think of the new update? I'm liking it so far because it has added voice features as well as more contact support with messaging them, all of that fun stuff. It's right there inside of Glass. That's on my head. How would you like to carry around a 42-pound backpack? And that doesn't include all of your provisions. Well, you might be wanting to carry around that backpack. Why, you may ask? Because of this Ars Technica article. If worthy, Google will lend you its 42-pound, 15-camera backpack for an adventure. It seems like Google is getting more into the crowdsourcing for their Street View by allowing people to take these backpacks filled with cameras around on an adventure, and it's kind of a cool little idea. So Google probably doesn't have enough money or probably doesn't have enough time to hire people to go hike in all of these different locations. Well, why not leave it up to people who love to hike these? Give them a backpack, allow provisions for them. And what I mean by provisions, that if you need help with getting permits to record in the area, permits to get into the park, stuff like that, Google will help you out so that you can carry that backpack along trails and expand their street view, or I guess trail view is it now called, adventures. And it seems kind of cool and definitely going to be pretty neat when it comes out and we see all of these different areas of places that we've never been to or maybe we couldn't go to, and these people with these backpacks have done it. So pretty cool on them. I'd like to see how that turns out. We have more information on iWatch from Bloomberg.com. Apple seeks to trademark iWatch in Japan for devices. It's long been asked, what's the next thing for Apple in the mobile category? They've already got the iPod Touch. They've already got the iPhone. What's next in the mobile market? Well, it's watches that are smart, and people have dubbed it the iWatch, and it seems like Apple agrees. They've applied for a patent in Japan for the iWatch name, or I guess it's a trademark for the iWatch name in Japan. So if they get it, that means that maybe the iWatch is right around the corner with some, hopefully, pretty cool features. Now, direct from the Mozilla blog, Mozilla and partners prepare to launch the first Firefox OS smartphones. We've seen a little bit of the Firefox OS, but nothing too much to report on. But now we can say that the smartphones are coming to town very, very soon. We will try to get our hands on a Firefox phone if at all available. I know it might be a hotcake piece or it might be a dump, like, well, another company that rhymes with crackberry. Hopefully, Firefox will do well. They are a very popular web browser, but how does that translate into mobile? Well, we'll have to find out and see. Oh, and speaking of Firefox, check out this article from Tom's Hardware. Chrome 27, Firefox 22, IE10, and Opera Next benchmarked. Tom's Hardware is a great place to go if you have questions about, well, hardware. They also do benchmarking. One of their popular benchmarks is to benchmark, well, web browsers. And it seems like their latest update in the browser wars is that Firefox beats out Chrome for being the fastest performing web browser, but not by much. So in this chart here, we see that Firefox scores a total of 974 points, whereas Chrome scores 964 points. But that's such a small margin of difference there that I don't think you'll see a difference between either Firefox or Chrome. But if you can see way down there at the bottom, Internet Explorer 10 tops out at 397 points. So if you were to compare Internet Explorer to Chrome or even Firefox or even Opera Next, it's so slow. Who's using Internet Explorer anyways? If you are, stop. Just stop. Don't use it. Please. Get one of these faster, better web browsers. Firefox. Get Firefox. It seems like it's the best performance right now. Go download it and try it out for yourself if you don't believe me. And for our last story of the day, we've got a bit of a frightening one for you from bbc.co.uk. Pair of PC viruses help each other survive. The two viruses out there named Vobfuss and Bbone work together in this really weird way to download each other if they don't find its counterpart, and then they also download a security update for your virus software so that it doesn't get it. It's kind of weird. And it's leaving a lot of people afraid, because if you get one, the other one will download it again, and if you get rid of the other one, it'll download the other one. So you're kind of screwed if you don't get them at the same time. This article goes in depth on, well, more about the story, about how these viruses get infected onto your system, how to remove them, what they are, where they come from, all of that stuff. Go check out the BBC article for that, because it is a pretty interesting read. Today's hardware is a blast from the past, a goodie, a very good goodie. It is this, the Nexus 7 tablet. I am getting rid of my iPad. Well, I'm not getting rid of it. I'm selling it off in preparation for the next iPad due to come out very soon. I figure sell it now while I can still get a really good price for it, rather than waiting for it to come out and then struggling to sell it off, because it is the iPad 3, not the current generation, but the generation before. It is still the new iPad, so it has a Retina display, all of that sort of stuff, but I will be selling it off. And so this is its replacement, the Nexus tablet. It is a great small tablet. I mean, it fits in the palm of my hand, like you can see. It's very easy to scroll around. What's great is that it's a bigger screen, so I'm able to follow links when I'm doing this show, and I can easily view the website. I can zoom in. It uses Google Chrome. I'm surrounded by Google here. I've got Google Glass, I've got a tablet, I've got a phone, I've got that. Well, that isn't a Google computer, but I do use Google on it all the time for docs and stuff like that. So I'm surrounded by Google. Why not embrace it? So there you go. I'm using my Nexus 7 tablet now over an iPad. You might want to check it out for yourself. Give it another look around, because again, it's a really good tablet. And if you're looking for something bigger, get the Nexus 10. I personally don't have it, but I've been able to play with it just as good as the iPad in performance-wise. And, you know, if you're a Google person, that's the tablet to get if you are a Google person. So thank you so much for checking out our hardware for today. And now it's time for our question of the day, which reads, would you buy an iWatch? I've got 2 words for you. Hell yes, I would, because it's different. It's something that's made by a company that I like, and you can call me an Apple fanboy, but I'm also a Google fanboy. I'm a technology fanboy. I like all sorts of technology, and I'm eager to try on the latest and greatest and whatever have you. So I'm open to trying it out. When I got Google Glass, I never thought I would use it as much as I have been, but over this last week, I have been rocking Google Glass every day, using it for the most mundane tasks, but it's made my life so much better. So that's why I'm willing to try out new stuff, and I'll tell you guys how it feels when I do get one. There you guys go. There's your question of the day. Be sure to follow us on our social media profiles, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, all under the username of LogicLounge. Thank you guys for also hitting that like button, that subscribe button, that favorite button, that comment button. Yeah, leave some comments down below. Answer our question of the day. Leave us a general comment of the day as well, and we'll be sure to look at it, respond to you if it's interesting, all of that fun stuff. I'd like to thank you guys once again so much for all you do, because you guys are the lifeblood of our channel. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys next time.